Okay, let's just jump right in. The whole world of AI is, well, it's incredibly noisy, isn't it? It feels like every single day there's some new tool that pops up promising it's going to completely revolutionize your business. And if you try to keep up with all of it, you freeze. It's a real problem.
This feeling actually has a name. They call it analysis paralysis, and it can absolutely kill your business's growth. You see 1,000 new tools, you spend weeks testing them out, you get completely overwhelmed, and then you just stop. Does that sound at all familiar?
And this right here, this highlights the fundamental trap. We see a shiny new AI tool, and our first instinct is to ask, hey, how can we use this thing? But that question, well, it almost always leads to a whole lot of wasted time and not much else.
But what if we just flipped that question around entirely? In this explainer, we're going to walk through a really simple but powerful strategy to cut right through all that noise and find real, measurable value with AI. So first up, let's really dig into the mindset shift that separates the businesses that get actual results from the ones that just, get distracted.
What's so fascinating here is how simple, but how profound this shift in thinking really is. On the left, you've got the reactive approach, right? Chasing the latest tech. But on the right, the focus is all on the business itself, on the problems. You stop chasing tools and you start hunting for friction in your daily operations. And honestly, that's the whole game. So how do we actually make that shift? Well, we do it by adopting a simple, really powerful approach we're going to call the pain-first strategy. Okay, so here's the core idea. For right now, we are going to completely ignore the AI market. Forget about it. Instead, we become experts on our own business headaches. We only bring technology into the conversation after we've found a pain point that's actually worth solving.
All right, let's make this super practical. Here's a simple 3-step filter that you can use for any potential project, just to see if it's actually worth your time.
I want you to think of this as your ROI compass. It's designed to keep you laser-focused on those high-impact opportunities and steer you clear of all the distractions. So let's start with step 1, find the friction. And you do this by asking one really simple question of your team. You're not looking for AI opportunities. You're looking for the work that is repetitive, boring, manual, or just super prone to human error. And this is a perfect target. We have these high-value experts, field inspectors, who absolutely hate spending their Friday afternoons manually copying and pasting their notes and photos into a report. They hate it. That is a massive bottleneck, and it is pure friction. Now we're on to step 2, the is it an AI problem test. Because, as you can see here, not every problem needs AI. If your data is structured, clean and predictable, like numbers in a spreadsheet, standard software is often perfectly fine. But if it's unstructured, messy, variable, like emails or field notes, that is where AI truly shines.
And think about it, right? A standard program just breaks if it sees 2 different phrases, but AI gets it. It understands that an inspector writing leak at window and another one writing fenestration failure at elevation 3 are describing the exact same problem. It gets the intent behind our messy human language. So, you found a pain point, and it involves messy, unstructured data. The next crucial step is learning how to tell the AI exactly what you need it to do with that data.
This is a classic principle in computing. And boy, is it true for AI. If you ask a vague question, you are going to get a generic, unhelpful answer. If you want to transform a general-purpose AI into a specialist for your business, you have to master the art of giving it crystal-clear instructions.
Now here's a perfect example of that unstructured data. To a human, this sentence is packed with useful information. But for a computer that's trying to automate a report, this is a total nightmare. Which part is the problem? Which is the location? And what's the solution? It has no idea. The solution to this is something called a data contract. Just think of it like a set of non-negotiable rules for the AI. You're not just asking for a summary. You're demanding that it takes that messy sentence and gives you the information back in a perfectly clean, structured format, every single time, no exceptions.
And right here, you can see that transformation in action. The AI takes that messy human sentence and breaks it down into these clean, predictable fields. This isn't just a summary anymore. It's now machine-readable data that can power a completely automated workflow. Okay, so once you have that perfectly structured data, you unlock the final and, frankly, most powerful stage of AI adoption. This is where we go way beyond just getting suggestions from an AI. The key distinction here is between an AI assistant and an AI agent. As you can see, an assistant is passive. It gives you the structured data
and then it stops. An agent, though, is active. It takes that information and actually performs tasks for you.
Just look at this workflow. An AI agent takes that structured data and just runs with it. It downloads and resizes the photos, it merges everything into your company's report template, it even drafts the follow-up email. It's no longer just an advisor, it's a productive member of your team.
And the impact of this is so real. That number, 4, that's the number of hours of manual work a single inspector can save every single week with this kind of automation. That means reports get out faster, which means your cash flow improves, and your experts get to focus on expert work.
And this right here is the ultimate mindset shift. We're moving away from treating AI like some kind of chatbot, and we're starting to deploy it as an autonomous teammate. You don't just ask it questions anymore. You give it a job to do.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to bring you right back to the single question that starts this entire journey. Forget the technology, forget all the hype. Just go ask your team, what is the one task you dread doing the most? Find that headache, and I promise you, you've found your perfect starting point for AI.